Testimonial. Refer also back to message of commendation and online review. When a business has provided you particularly good service or you're especially happy with their products, you may decide to write a testimonial for them. A testimonial is usually written with the explicit understanding that the business will use your comments for promotional purposes, probably posting them on its website. Introduction. The purpose of a testimonial is to endorse and recommend a business, its products, or its services by sharing your experience. Your readers, prospective customers of the business, may read testimonials to help them decide whether to do business with the company. Putting yourself in your readers' shoes can help you write the most helpful possible testimonial. Brainstorm content from your reader's perspective. To be most effective, a testimonial must address the reader's implicit questions about the company. Can they provide what I need? Is it worth the price? Can I trust them? Your testimonial should answer some of those questions. Organize your testimonial so that it's clear from the start that you're endorsing the business. Your initial draft will likely be too long. Your story is more interesting to you than it will be to other people, so your first draft will probably contain too much detail. As you revise, distill the essence of your story and the key message, how this company solved a problem for you or otherwise helped you. Typos and other errors can undermine your credibility, so proofread carefully. Only God gets it right the first time. Stephen King, novelist. Do make your testimonial specific. Explain how you have interacted with the company, which products or services you used, and what benefits you gained. A true story with true details is much more compelling than a list of vague superlatives. Do be sure you are comfortable with your name appearing next to the testimonial on the Internet or on printed promotional materials. If you prefer to remain anonymous, let the business know that. Do be concise. Readers don't need to know all the details about the squirrels in your attic, the challenges of hosting a party for middle school kids, or whatever the business did for you. Keep your focus on how the company helped you. Do be specific in your praise. Don't just say, "It was great." Explain what exactly was great about it. Do, if you were pleasantly surprised, say so. The most valuable testimonials are often those that come from people who were initially skeptical about the product or service. Do state explicitly that you would recommend this company or individual to other consumers. Do ask the business for guidelines for writing a testimonial. How long should it be? What kind of content would be most helpful for them? Don't write a testimonial for a company you haven't actually done business with. Your reputation is at stake. If that doesn't persuade you, you should remember that people have become very attuned to shilling on the Internet and are likely to sniff out phony testimonials. Don't write a testimonial for your own company. As previously stated, there are people on the Internet who actually enjoy outing company owners who write fake testimonials. It's a great way to damage your business. Don't exaggerate. It's fine to show enthusiasm, but don't go overboard. Don't write a testimonial unless you absolutely want to. A business person may ask you for a testimonial, but don't do it unless you believe in it. It's better to think of a diplomatic excuse than to get roped into writing a testimonial when you really don't want to. Don't go on too long. Your testimonial will likely be one of many the company has on its website or in its files. If you want yours to be read, keep it succinct. Don't praise the business by trashing others. If you have truly had trouble getting good service in this industry and found a refreshing exception in this company, by all means, say so. But watch your tone so you don't sound like a crank. Don't use words too big for the subject. Don't say infinitely when you mean very. Otherwise, you'll have no word left when you want to talk about something really infinite. C.S. Lewis, novelist. Not like this. Near the end of last summer, we started having leaks in the upstairs bedroom. When my husband went up to the attic, he found a pool of water had accumulated. We assumed the worst and called a roofer. The roofer came out and confirmed that we were right. There was a serious problem with the roof and it would have to be replaced. We have a big house and that was not in our budget. We honestly didn't know what to do. Linda's at the end of her second paragraph and it's still not clear why she's writing. The actual endorsement should be right up front. Thank goodness we decided to call Rick's Roofing. Rick came by and confirmed there was a leak, but he said it was completely ridiculous to replace the whole roof. Careful, it sounds as though Rick is trashing the other roofer, which is not professional behavior. Keep your review diplomatic. He inspected the whole roof thoroughly and found 3 places that needed repair. He got the work done within a week. Rick's company did a great job, and we were very happy with them. What does a great job mean? More detail would be helpful. The roof was perfect all winter. After the big rainstorm in May, my husband went up to the attic to check again. It was perfectly dry up there. Rick saved us over $10,000. It's rare to find an honest contractor these days, as we saw from our experience with the other roofer, who frankly tried to cheat us. Rick is really a gem. It's fine to say that Rick compares favorably with the competition, but be careful not to go overboard in your criticism of others. When the roof does need to be replaced one day, Rick is the only roofer I'll consult. Linda obviously feels strongly about her experience, but she'd do better to condense this story. Not everyone will be inclined to read the whole thing. Linda Sanchez, Oceanside, California. Like this. When our roof started leaking into our attic last summer, my husband and I feared the worst. Thank goodness Rick's Roofing was one of the contractors we consulted. Rick repaired our roof and saved us over $10,000. Linda puts the actual endorsement at the beginning of her testimonial. One roofer we consulted said the roof needed to be completely replaced and wanted to charge us over $12,000. Instead of trashing the other roofer, Linda lets the story speak for itself. Then we called Rick. He inspected the roof thoroughly and found 3 places that needed repair. Rick's team was professional and courteous and cleaned up carefully at the end of every workday. Linda provides specifics about the good service they received. They got the work done within a week, and the roof was perfect all winter. We checked the attic after the big rainstorm in May, and it was completely dry. Nearly a year after we had the work done, the roof is perfect. Rick's honesty and integrity saved us over $10,000 and earned him a customer for life. When the roof does need to be replaced one day, Rick is the only roofer I'll consult. Linda gets to tell her story, but she's condensed it so that it's much easier to read. She offers Rick a more powerful endorsement in the process. Linda Sanchez, Oceanside, California. How to get great testimonials. Writing a testimonial is easy. Getting one is a bit tricky. Entrepreneurs and small business people rely on testimonials to build trust and gain new customers. In my business as a clinical hypnotist, testimonials are key to sales because most people have never visited or even seen a hypnotist before. Testimonials are the only way I can show my clients that they are not alone and that they can achieve success. Asking for the testimonial is the simple part. Almost everyone will promise to mail or email it to you. Unfortunately, people often forget. So I realized I needed to change my strategy to start collecting testimonials from satisfied customers. Here's the method I developed. Meet your customers in person and bring them a testimonial form on a clipboard. If you must do this via email, create a simple form for them to complete. But be aware that your return rate will not be as good. Ensure that your testimonial form has a permission release area so that you can publish their testimonial on the web, radio, TV, or wherever you need it. Check with an attorney for the language you need for your permission release. At the bottom of the form, there must be a place for their signature, the date, their printed name, occupation, and their city and state. You may not get all of these filled in, but you do need the first 3. Make 2 copies and store 1 copy off-site. Your testimonials are like gold, so treat them as such. So, how well has this worked for me? Well, I've been in business a little over 10 years, and I have over 750 written testimonials, more than any other hypnotist I know. My potential clients sometimes just look at the 5-inch thick binder and smile, knowing that they are in the right place. Nice. Hint: the best time to ask for a testimonial is just after your customer has complimented you on your product or service. Brian D. Toder is a professional clinical hypnotist and owner of the Plymouth Hypnosis Center in Lafayette Hill, Pennsylvania. His website is www.plymouthhypnosis.com. Website copy. A company's website represents its public face and voice, and it's potentially the most powerful tool for sales, marketing, and public relations. The site, text, or copy is just one of many components that make up the site, but it's a key vehicle for your company's message. Visitors aren't always aware when they're reading good copy, but they recognize bad copy right away. Taking the time to write great copy can set your business apart from the competition. Introduction. The purpose of website copy is to articulate a company's voice and identity to the public. Copy can describe the purpose of the company, its products and services, its people, its policies, and its brand personality. Content on an internal website is directed toward employees, but the brand personality should be consistent across the websites, internal or external. Your readers are your customers and your potential customers. To craft successful web copy, you have to understand what they need and what they expect. Make an effort to define your audience specifically so you can understand their needs. Brainstorm from your reader's point of view. Remember that people tend to scan web copy rather than reading it, and organize your copy accordingly. Make sure the most important content appears at the beginning of each section and that benefits to the readers are clear. Plan to go through several drafts of your website copy. Your early drafts will almost certainly be too long and may lack focus. Ask others to review your drafts and provide feedback. Is the copy easily scanned? Is it appealing to the target reader? Revise and redraft as many times as you need to. Revisit your purpose as you revise. Is your message clear and concise? Does the copy provide readers with what they need? Your web copy must be completely free of typos and other errors, which can seriously undermine your message and your reputation. Writing a first draft is very much like watching a Polaroid develop. You can't, and in fact you're not supposed to, know exactly what the picture is going to look like until it has finished developing. Anne Lamott, novelist and essayist. Do keep your readers in mind throughout the process. What are their needs and expectations? How does your company meet them? You should plan to return to these questions over and over again as you work on your website copy. Do focus on meeting your readers' needs rather than describing your company and its products and services. Every section of your website, including company history and bios of employees, should be organized around how your company and your people can help your customers. Do think visually. Have you ever noticed that people say, "Go look at my website," not "Go read my website"? The web communicates more visually than verbally. One implication is that you should limit the amount of text on your pages. Do use short paragraphs and bullet points to break up your text. Writing for the web has been described as chunking, that is, creating chunks of text that are easily scanned and digested. Do use short sentences. Make the copy easy to scan and understand. Do learn about search engine optimization, SEO. SEO can improve the visibility of your website on search engines through the use of keywords and other techniques. Make sure your copy uses frequently searched keywords and phrases that are relevant to your business. Do use adequate spacing, white space, and other design elements to make your copy easy to scan. Work with your designer to make the text as accessible and palatable as possible. Do review your copy in the website design. You will likely create the first drafts of your copy in a word processing document, but you cannot evaluate it effectively until you've seen what it's going to look like on the website itself. Ask your designer to flow your copy into the design and see how it looks. Do ask others to review it for you. Ask them for their impression of how it looks. Is it too long or too bulky? And how it communicates your message. Do include a call to action. Invite your readers to contact you, place an order, or take whatever action is appropriate. Don't talk about yourself and your company too much. Instead, focus on what your readers can get from you. How can you help them? Don't weigh down your pages with large blocks of text. People will not read them and will click away from your site. Make the copy inviting and easy to scan. Don't focus on features rather than benefits to the reader. Don't just describe what you have or what you do. Let the readers know what you can do for them. Don't overuse jargon. You may need to use some industry-specific language, depending on your business, but don't overdo it. Don't use an extremely small font to fit more copy onto your pages. The effect is alienating, and site visitors will just click away rather than reading the tiny copy. Take the time to condense and refine your message. Don't treat all your pages the same. There are different requirements for landing pages, catalog pages, and so on. Think about the purpose of each page and write the content accordingly. Not like this. Han replacement windows. This copy is written in extremely tiny text. Do you want to read it? Most site visitors wouldn't. The long block paragraphs are uninviting. When people visit a website, they scan first to decide if they want to read. Make your copy attractive to encourage visitors to stick around and read more. Installing replacement windows is a major improvement that can make your house feel more like a home. Replacing your windows is a major investment. Beautiful design and increased energy efficiency make our windows not only a wise investment, but also a great way to increase the comfort and beauty of your home. When done by the right contractor with the right materials, window replacement can be one of the most valuable home improvements you will ever make. This is a long paragraph that says very little of substance. The Hans are sincere, but they're not doing a very good job of showing how their customers can benefit from their products and services. Han Replacement Windows has been Banger's choice for quality replacement windows for over a generation. Our business has always been family-owned and operated, and we do business based on traditional values. For more than, spelled T-H-E-N, 32 years, we have served our community with pride and integrity. A typo like that can undermine your credibility. Also, see how this last sentence says almost the same thing as the first sentence of the paragraph. It's obviously an important point to the Hans, but they need to make some hard decisions and cut this text down. We are proud to put our family name on our business and on our work. The Hans are writing about what they think is important and assuming that their readers share their perspective. It's a good idea to establish the credibility of your business, but your copy should always be reader-centric rather than focused on yourself. We specialize in replacement windows, entry doors, sliding doors, and patio doors. This is important information. What the company offers its customers is buried at the end of a long paragraph. Han Windows utilizes the most advanced materials and techniques to provide you with the best possible product. Our low-E insulating glass, utilizing argon gas fills, improves the performance of U and R values and makes Han Windows the most advanced replacement window products on the market today. This may all be true, but who the heck knows what it means? It's fine to provide technical details to back up your claims, but it's wise to do so in a way that the reader can understand readily. Our test data meets standards set by the American Architectural Manufacturers Association, AAMA, and the National Fenestration Rating Council, NFRC, standards. All this seems good, but what does it mean for the readers? What benefits will your customers get from doing business with you? What problems can your product or service solve for them? What are visitors supposed to do once they've read all of this? The page should include at least one call to action asking visitors to contact the Hans for an estimate. Like this. Han Replacement Windows. This page will look much better on a website. It is much less text-heavy and much more inviting to the eye. Han Replacement Windows has been serving the Bangor community for 32 years with high-quality replacement windows, entry doors, sliding doors, and patio doors. This opening lets the visitor know what the Hans do and establishes credibility very efficiently. Replacement windows can not only beautify your home, but also save you up to 50% on your heating bills. Aha! Here is a compelling benefit to the reader. Create a warm and snug environment for your family and save money while you're at it. Click here to get started. Here's an attractive call to action. This link clicks through to an email sign-up page. Han manufactures its own windows, which meet or exceed the very highest industry standards for insulation and safety. For technical specifications and test data, please click here. Potential customers need to know they're looking at a high-quality product. This brief section provides the key message about the quality of the windows and invites visitors to read more if they wish. By inviting them to click to another section, you keep visitors on the website longer. The technical page can also include a call to action, inviting potential customers to set up a consultation. Han Replacement Windows is family-owned and operated. This will be an important selling point for many local customers, and it stands out, clearly positioned here on its own. Schedule a free no-obligation inspection and estimate now. A second call to action. That whole sentence will be hot and will allow visitors to enter their names and email addresses for future contact. The copy as a whole is far more reader-centric, focusing on benefits to the potential customer rather than just reciting facts. Social media tips for business. Facebook and Twitter are good sites for reaching out to people in a social setting. When you're writing a post, it's important to sound like a human being, even if you're a business. Facebook is a place where people spend time with friends, so they tend to like pages more when they already have a relationship with the company. Red Lobster succeeds on Facebook by getting fans to do something that Facebook users already love to do: upload pictures of their food. Every week, the seafood restaurant invites its customers to send photos of their night out at any of Red Lobster's locations to compete for the coveted title of Lob Star of the Week. By having a sense of humor about the brand, Red Lobster makes the corporate chain seem more personal and brings back good memories for the people who have been going there for years. Local businesses can reward their regulars with a picture of their sidewalk chalkboard when they have a special, or make pleasant conversation by saying that the patio is open on a beautiful sunny day. If your message is casual and not too solicitous, people might even share the posts with their friends. On Twitter, Personal relationships are much less important, but personality helps. NASA charmed the Twitter sphere by setting up an anthropomorphic Twitter account for the Curiosity rover to chronicle its latest mission to Mars to more than 850,000 followers. The administrators sent pictures from space, made announcements, and answered questions with sparkling wit. When comedian Steve Martin wrote, "Just launched my own Mars lander to compete with NASA's. I sneezed on it before blastoff. I hope that's okay." At Mars Curiosity replied, "Oh, Steve, that's snot okay. We have rules about that." Devin Glenn is the editor of Media Bistro's Social Times, where she analyzes new social media sites and trends. Business blog. Blogging is a valuable tool for businesses to maintain contact with their customers and attract new ones. Regular blogging can increase traffic to your website. By integrating your blog with Twitter, Facebook, and other social media, you can build an online community around your business and your area of expertise. Introduction. The purpose of a business blog is to attract and retain customers by providing valuable content, promoting yourself as an authority in your field, and engaging with your customers in a rewarding and enjoyable way. Your readers will be existing or potential customers who are looking for information and who enjoy being part of an online community organized around a particular topic or field. Brainstorming is one of the most enjoyable parts of blogging. Think from your readers' point of view. What topics will interest them? What information do they need? What might amuse them? Organize each entry around an engaging hook that will grab your readers' attention and motivate them to keep reading. As you draft, use a friendly, conversational tone. Make your post easy and fun to read. Your first draft will likely be too long. It's smart to keep your blog entries relatively brief. Ask someone else in the organization to review your entries and revise according to his feedback. It's tempting to click publish and be done with it, but remember that a blog is a public forum and careless errors can reflect badly on your company. Do blog frequently. Regular readers will look forward to your newest offerings on your blog. On the other hand, readers get discouraged if they come back and see no new content, and they, rightly, question your commitment to the blog and to them. If you're going to do a blog for your business, plan on blogging a minimum of once a week. Do offer something of value. Having a blog gives you the opportunity to show customers and potential customers that you know what you're talking about. Give your readers a sample of your expertise, and they'll be back for more. Do promote other businesses. Your blog doesn't always have to be about your business. Think about what your customers might enjoy. A garden center, for instance, might mention a nearby home store that's having a sale on outdoor furniture or a health food store that's stocking local honey. Do use formatting to make your blog posts easy to read and help your readers find more important information. Long block paragraphs can be alienating. Use short paragraphs and bullet points to make your text easy to scan. Do use images, if appropriate. Images make your blog more attractive and engaging. Do learn to use tags effectively to improve search engine results. Do review the comments frequently. You may choose whether or not to allow visitors to comment on your blog. If you are able to monitor the comments regularly, it's a good way to foster discussion. Don't use your blog only for brief routine announcements, such as sales. A blog should provide real substance to your readers. People will stop coming back if you don't offer anything of value. Don't attack competitors. Be nice. Your blog gives you a chance to demonstrate your excellence. Beat your competitors by providing superior information. Don't abandon it. A company website that has a blog with only a few old posts looks bad, worse than no blog at all. You're better off not starting a blog if you can't make the commitment to post regularly. If you start a blog and can't keep up with it, hide the blog page or take it down entirely until you can make a commitment to posting regularly. Like this. A King and No King next up in Revelation Readings series. An interesting hook that should make readers curious to read more about this juicy play. Coming up on Monday, January 23rd, is Red Bull Theater's reading of Beaumont and Fletcher's juicy tragicomedy, A King and No King, one of the best-known and most highly praised works in the Beaumont and Fletcher canon. First performed in 1611, A King and No King remained popular during the 17th and 18th centuries because of its observations about the nature and limits of royal power, and what happens when the monarch falls short of the kingly ideal and transgresses against natural law. Short paragraphs make the post easy to read. The play was frequently produced after the Restoration, and the phrase, a king and no king, entered the popular lexicon as a commentary on the problems associated with the kingship of Charles II. Prominent fans of A King and No King included Samuel Pepys and John Dryden, whose own play, Love Triumphant, 1694, bears a strong resemblance to Beaumont and Fletcher's play. Michael Sexton, artistic director of the Shakespeare Society, will direct the reading. There will be a post-reading bull session with Professor Mario Di Gangi. A King and No King stars Matthew Rauch as Arbaces, the eponymous king and yet no king. You'll have to come to the show to find out why. The wonderful cast for this reading also includes Michelle Beck, Guy Boyd, Jennifer Ikeda, Mark Nelson, Robert Stanton, and Sam Tsoutsouvis. Acropolis Greek Restaurant offers a 10% discount for all Red Bull Theater ticket holders. Reserve now at 212-555-1111. This cross-promotion helps both businesses. For tickets to A King and No King, please click here. A King and No King, Monday, January 23rd, 7:30 p.m., Lucille Lortel Theater, 121 Christopher Street at Bedford Street, New York City. For more information about Red Bull Theater's Obie-winning Revelation readings and this season's full schedule, please click here. To make a tax-deductible contribution to the Red Bull Theater, please click here. Use your blog to get attention on the web. Many business people question the value of blogging in building their businesses. They're not sure they have any content to offer, and they think that paying marketing professionals for expensive search engine optimization, SEO, services is a better way to help ensure that prospective customers find their sites. For many business people, though, regular blogging can have the same results as SEO services in promoting a business, at no cost at all. Once you start blogging, you'll find that you have more content than you originally thought. After all, no one knows more about your business and how you can serve your customers than you do. Think about what kind of content your customers might be interested in. Tell stories, give tips, and help others learn about your niche. By sharing your expertise on your blog, you can become known on the web as an expert in your field. To help ensure your blog begins to appear in search engine results, be careful to use the keywords your customers frequently search. Research the most important keywords for your industry. You should use those keywords both within your blog posts and in the tags you attach to the posts. Make it easy for the search engines to find you. Cooperating with other bloggers is another way to raise your profile on the web. Invite guest bloggers to contribute posts and write guest blogs for others. Sharing links in this way will help the search engines notice you. In addition, be sure to share your posts with other relevant bloggers. Don't spam, and don't ask outright for links, but do send a courteous email to let other bloggers know you've written something that might interest them. Make sure your blog posts answer the questions people are asking online. Providing a little free information is the best way to establish yourself as an expert and to attract potential customers to your website. Engage the community in discussion on your blog and respond to questions. The more you blog content that people search for, the more visible your blog will become in search engine results. More hits means more website traffic, which, in turn, means more sales. Your blog can help the search engine find and love you. The fresher and more relevant your blog content to your market, the more the search engines will notice and rank it. By creating the right kind of content, cooperating with other bloggers, and encouraging community engagement, you can attract a huge amount of highly targeted and relevant traffic to your blog, thereby bypassing many of the expensive marketing channels your competitors rely on. Sydney O'Sullivan is the author of Social Marketing Superstars, Social Media Mystery to Mastery in 30 Days. Her website is www.sydneyosullivan.com.